I feel like it's very controversial when be like, oh, I don't go 50-50, but it's like, all right. So if you and your man make the same amount of money, right? But only your man is the one that paying all the bills. How you ever gonna save up to like buy a house or buy a business? Cause he's never gonna be able to afford to. So it's like certain things is like a joint thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a work together. But I just be feeling like sometimes people, like the internet really be having people up from like real reality type. So it's like, all right, so your mom and dad used to work every single day, right? So your mom and dad used to work every single day so your mom could save her money and what, buy purses and your dad just pay all the bills. That's not how it works. It's either your mom was in the house cooking and cleaning every day, your dad was working, or they was both working to pay both the bills. Like y'all be acting like y'all don't know what the fuck that is like no more. Like, come on.
And your mom money was your
So I don't know if you've been on social media, but a big argument is the 50-50 argument, where it's like women, if you ask women today, or at least the social media ones, right? Like on the Shade Room and spiritual world, it's like they want men that make over 100K. They want the men to pay the vacations, the dinners, the bills.
That's insane. So what's the 50-50? That they
So
don't want to go 50-50?
exactly, that they don't believe in 50-50. But now I think women are really, and men, some men are really starting to believe in some women that the role of the man in the relationship is to provide, and the women financially don't have to give anything. And then I love
They
what
don't
Cardi
gotta
said.
work.
Yo, you could work, but they don't got to pay. They could make as much as you make, but you pay.
Yo, where do they want to? All right.
It's because the
Where,
internet is not real. That's what I be telling these girls, bro. When you
yo,
talk to them, y'all lucky y'all married, man. Y'all go outside, y'all meet some women who really think that they have to date, like they wait on social media cues to know how to act on a date.
there is a sense of like, it's almost like they're not like people aren't thinking for themselves. It's the same thing like with politics and stuff like that. As soon as something sounds right wing, then it is right wing, and you are right wing, and you are the negative. As soon as something sounds liberal,
I'll
then
give you
you're the
one.
woke liberal left and all that stuff. It's like you get into these tribes, bro, and tribal mindsets, and it's horrible. And you're not. No one's thinking for themselves.
I'll give you one that went viral recently. If you ask a single mother out, you are responsible for the meal, for getting her hair done, her nails done, the outfit, and childcare.
Is this a first date?
The first date, and then you see the content and you go, "Oh, this is funny. Let's look at the comments. No one's going to agree with this." And then you'll see
They'll
real
see that
life
yeah,
women
they agree with it.
go,
Yeah, yeah.
"Yeah,
Like the
that's the
That
only way
queen
makes a
you."
lot
I
of
am.
sense.
Yeah, nah, bro. Here's the thing. I'm y'all about to turn me into Kevin Samuels. Here's also the thing. It's unrealistic,
Yeah, you
and
can't build the future that way.
it's yeah. You
This is-
can't build the future. Do you not live in a city? So like, yo, like, cause I was about to say, do y'all like you can't do that here? You can't do that here.
You can't do
You
that
want a
anywhere.
you want a studio? Like that's what you gonna have, a studio. Oh,
These
we need to
women,
pay for more. Are you out your mind?
these women see the social media girls get paid and flown out by the rappers and the ballers, and they think that that's
No,
sustainable. Like that's not gonna happen
no.
for your whole
And
life.
that's why they try to get fit for that. Like I'm fit. Like I'm fit. My body is where it's at, and it deserves to be
Yeah,
flown out. It deserves
yeah.
to have
They
all the money, have all the food and the money that I want, and all the other stuff.
fly out to the Caribbean, come back with a BBL.
It's
Like,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
prostitution a little bit.
It's 100% like of themselves. Like they're prostituting themselves. Is that what you're saying?
A little bit, yeah.
I would fall within the bracket of the amount of money that a woman will want. Okay. My wife makes close to what I make. We're barely making it. Are you out of your mind? I'm trying to get out of this apartment in Flatbush. I can't. I can't move, bro. I can't. And I just had a baby, just one. I'm barely. I'm scratching the surface of what I can. I'm barely able to save anything. The expectation that you have, and then on top of that, taking that expectation that's from not reality, right? And then putting that on top of men, okay? Putting that expectation on the shoulders of men, and then you're defining what a man is. You're defining what a real man is and all that, right? So now I have to live up to your standard that you're setting, which is an unrealistic standard, and then when I can't meet it, you're gone. You know what I mean?
And then
It's
you'll see men
it's a
say that they
yeah,
don't feel like men unless they can provide in this
right.
society.
Right.
Boy, listen, I feel that way right now.
Yeah, exactly. I feel
But
that way
but that's
too.
not
Like
but that's
it's a
not true though.
pressure.
That's
It's a
not true because
pressure.
you could do so much stuff for you for your partner. There's other things you could do with your partner that's not monetary. You could be there if they ever need emotional support. You're there for them every day. You know what I'm saying? Like you can love them. You can never betray them. You could be
And on
their person. You
and on
don't need to
top of
be their
that,
sugar daddy for them to be
yeah,
happy. Like this is
exactly.
I hate where
Yeah,
we live.
yeah, and on top of that, you're not setting it's like you're not able to do this.
Because I get what you're saying, which makes 100% sense. It's impossible to live that way. But aside from the logistics and the practicality, it also can't be healthy for your relationship. Like it
No,
can't be a good dynamic to bring in there.
not at all. Cuz here's the thing, I'm not going to feel like we're friends. I'm not going to feel like it's a relationship. Like I'm not going to feel like I have a friendship with the person I'm with. And it's how do you build anything off of that? I'm not even going to trust you. I'm
Mm.
not trusting you. What are you seeing me as, an ATM? You're not getting to know me. You're not understanding me. And how are you looking to help me in my life? Well, you just stand there and look pretty? Not like, no. What is this? How are we upgrading each other? You shout out to Beyonce.
Because
Like this
shout
is
out, shout out to Juice. Because when life gets hard, it's true. Age does play a factor. When life gets hard, when God forbid you have a disease and you have to sit out life, I had my thing. My thing that I had. If my mom wasn't there, right? Like, let's say I had a partner, she would have walked away if that was the time when the aorta happened. She
right.
would have
Yeah.
walked away at that time because she wouldn't. That's not what she's with me for.
Oh, now I have to pay the bills. Oh, no.
You know what I'm
Well, I'm
saying?
sorry. On your deathbed, I must leave.
And that's
Like,
not the type of person you need in your life. You need a person that you could get through life with. Vice
yeah,
versa. If they was to be down, you hold them down.
it's it's almost like we're kind of reversing that. We're seeing marriage and relationships
It's this thing right here, man. Is
as
this
yeah,
this
as
thing
as
right
a
here?
business. We're seeing it as a business
It's the
rather.
mark of the beast.
Yeah.
I just feel like what relationships
I have a
is.
hypothetical.
I feel like the bedrock of relationships. I mean, like you having the bedrock of your relationship established is important. You having the bedrock of your relationship established. You need to have that. Like the foundation needs to be established. And if you want it to be money, you want it to be like well to do and being wealthy and all that stuff, like that is important to you, then so be it. But I'm telling you, I also feel like the Bible has its parallels even in romance, because we talk about building your house on sand as opposed to building your house on the rock. Like you have to understand what you're building your house on, man. And I think that too many times I hear that money is the one that outweighs it. And I get it; it's an important piece, especially if you're living a life that's of a high maintenance level and stuff like that. um, but either way, I it does it like if you really
Stupid.
want that to be the foundation of your relationships. I know I don't. I feel like no matter where I'm at, I would want something real. I feel like
I
I feel like I feel like the first scenario you're explaining is my role. And if my role is, oh, I'm just like I have all the money, and she spends it or she puts it towards something, that's a role, as opposed to me having something real. Like I can still have something real with that same woman, as long as that's the bedrock isn't financing. If, let's say, all of a sudden my money goes towards something else, or my money is depleted and I don't have it, and then you leave after that, then it wasn't real to begin with.
Like I guess it has to have its place for some people, where you know that I wouldn't live as a sugar daddy. You know, maybe you would want to be one for like a weekend in like in another country or something like that on a vacation. But I'm not living like that. I'm not trying to build something with someone off of that. That no, not at all, dude. Not at all.